Hi, it's the M.L.M for the Soul channel, and I do have a new topic for today. Before I begin, I would just like to say, may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor and acceptance before you, Hashem. And some people I thank have inspired me. I hope they can inspire you as well. I will have links below this video to their sites. They are Rabbi Shalom Arush, Rabbi Lazer Brody, Rabbi Yosef Mizrahi, Rabbi Eli Mansour, Rabbi Alon Anava, Rabbi Yuval Ovadia, Rav Daniel Asore, Nisan Baruch Black, David Sachs, Rabbi Michael Skoback, Jews for Judaism, Rabbi David Ashir, and Rabbi Yaron Reuven. And as well, if you've never checked out this channel before, I will have a link below this video to my first video, which lets you know what M.L.M for the Soul means, what it stands for, and what I am doing. So today I'm also taking this from an email I got from Rabbi Eli Mansour, so thank you, from his weekly Parasha Insights. This was on Parasha Miketz, which is the previous one, and make the topic a little different. I'm calling it the power of positive thinking. So I'm going to read from here. I think it's very apropos, and it'll help you give you some good insights. So in Parshas Miketz, we read about Yosef's rise to the powerful position of second in command in Egypt. He marries and has two children, the second of which he names Menashe, which stems from the root Nun, Shin, and Hey. Or A, I don't know how to pronounce it. Forget. Nashe, I guess that means forget. I didn't know that. As the Torah explains, this name commemorates the fact that Hashem had made me forget all my travails and all my father's home. So surprisingly, Yosef celebrates the fact that he, quote, forgot his family. Doesn't make sense, right? So we must wonder, did Yosef really forget about his grieving father? Surely he realized that his father, who loved him dearly, was mourning his presumed death. Could we imagine Yosef being so insensitive as to forget about his father and even celebrate his emotional detachment from Yaakov? So earlier in Parshas Vayeshev, we read that Yaakov was inconsolable after seeing Yosef's blood-stained cloak, which seemed to indicate that Yosef was killed. Even after months and years passed, Yaakov was still pained and grieved. Our sages explain that Hashem embedded within human nature the capacity to forget and to move on after a loved one's passing. The pain gradually subsides, and although one will always feel the void in his life, nevertheless has the power to forget so he can pick himself up and recover from the devastation of the loss. However, this applies only if the beloved family member actually died. So in Yosef's case, Yaakov assumed that he had died, but in truth he was alive. Therefore, the pain did not subside. So Yaakov found no comfort, so he continued mourning and was incapable of experiencing any consolation. So there you go. The fact that he continued mourning meant that he was actually still alive. So Yosef was aware of his father's inconsolable grief, and so he sought to help, even as he lived far away in Egypt. Yosef knew a powerful secret of which we should all be aware, namely that our thoughts about other people have an effect on their thoughts about us, even from really far distance. And I know they've done studies like this, and it's 100% true. Research they've done. So if we think positively about a certain person, this will impact upon their perception of us, and they will think of us positively and fondly. Thus, for example, when Rivka sent Yaakov away from home to flee from Esav, who wanted to kill him, she told Yaakov to remain away from Eretz Yisrael, ad shuv af achicha mimecha, literally, until your brother's anger subsides from you. This has been explained to me that when Esav's anger would subside, Yaakov would feel it. When Yaakov would begin experiencing positive feelings towards Esav, this would indicate to him that Esav felt positively towards him. Interesting, right? True. So Hashem created the world in such a way that even when people are situated far away from one another, their feelings about one another have a mutual effect. So Yosef sought to utilize this power in order to help his grieving father. Yosef realized that he would try to forget about Yaakov, and this in turn would cause Yaakov to forget about him, so he could experience a degree of comfort and solace. So the practical lesson for us is to always be mindful of the extraordinary power of positive feelings. When we have reason to feel resentful toward a person, our instinct is to focus on our negative feelings and allow that negativity to grow and fester. We must oppose this natural tendency and do just the opposite, harbor positive, fond feelings towards that individual. As counterintuitive as such a response is, this will ultimately be to our benefit, as these positive feelings will profoundly affect that other person's mindset and trigger positive feelings and fondness towards us. So there you go. If you send that positive energy to a person that maybe you have feelings that aren't so positive, so to speak, try to send them that anyway. Try to give that all over to them, and you'll see it's amazing how they will feel that. Or if someone isn't well but they live far away, you can still send them good energy for healing, for refuah. Hashem should help them, and it works. And I all pray that we all will do that. We all will have the positive effect on each other, and that we all merit to live and see the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days and the rebuilding of our final and everlasting Beis HaMikdash. Amen. And thanks for watching.